Hey, what's happening, everyone? SirJames coming at you guys with another video. In today's video, I'm here to give you guys a list of Nintendo Switch accessories in which I would highly recommend you get. Whether or not you just picked up the system now, are waiting for a fresh restock to try to score one, or for those who are going to wait towards the end of the year when more games come out so you have much more variety to choose from, totally up to you. Now, everything that I do talk about, I'll have links in the description down below, or you could try other sources as well, but do keep in mind that due to the high supply and demand, some items may be in stock, while others are out of stock. And of course, a couple things to go over really quick is that one, I'm still covering from this sickness or virus that's been going around, so my voice may be kind of off or I might struggle a little bit. And of course, also too, if you didn't know, is that the Nintendo Switch is region free. So if you do create a Japanese Nintendo Switch account, you can actually download some of the games there. In this case, I downloaded a demo for Dragon's Quest Heroes 1 and 2, so that's always a nice thing to have. So let's go ahead and get this started. Now, the first and most important item I would highly recommend for any Nintendo Switch owner is to have a screen protector. The reason why is because if you have a $300 device and you have a large screen, the last thing that you want to happen to it is scratch marks and just something that's going to ruin it. So that's the last thing you want. Now, this screen protector right here by PDP, I would avoid. Again, avoid this one. This is the one I have, and the reason why, well, let's let the reviewers tell you right off the bat, is that this screen protector actually doesn't really fit the screen well enough. As you can see here, it doesn't properly fit the screen, waste of money, bigger than the screen, etc., etc. Yes, and of course to kind of show you guys, mine is kind of like this as well. Again, it just doesn't fit the screen. That's the whole point here. The one I will recommend is this one right here off of Amazon. This is a glass screen protector, so instead of plastic, you're going to have much more of a sturdier and durable screen protector. This one's a lot more easier to apply, even if you're not good at installing screen protections. And on top of that, the glass one just looks a lot more cleaner. I actually have a glass screen protection on my iPhone 6s Plus, and honestly, I never know it's there. And what's nice too is that if anything were to happen to the screen protection, the glass screen protection will actually shatter glass-like instead of your main screen. So that's always a nice cool effect, and to ensure that your screen is going to have the utmost security of them all. Now, the other item I would recommend is a case. This is the case I would easily recommend because the one I bought that I showed you guys in my Nintendo Switch unboxing was a $15 case, which I knew was going to be of a soft pouch. But this one right here is definitely the main one to go for, due to the fact that one, it's only $20. You have plenty of different design options. So if you're a big fan of Legend of Zelda, you have two different design options with two different colors. Or you can get the standard black, even though I think this one is a little bit out of stock for right now. But what's nice about this one is that this one is a hard shell case, so it's something that you could easily toss in your bag, your vehicle, without having to worry about getting ruined. And of course, on top of the screen protector that you do get for it, you have some additional cases for your extra games, and of course micro SD cards. So again, this one right here and that screen protection kit are the main two that I would easily recommend right off the bat. Now, the next item you may want to consider, and if you're able to wait, that will be perfectly fine, especially towards the end of the year during like a Black Friday sale or something, or some type of special that Best Buy or Amazon may be having, is to upgrade to get a micro SD card. Now, the Nintendo Switch by default has 32 gigabytes of storage. However, after the initial setup and update, you're going to have about like 26 or 27 gigabytes left. If you are someone who's going to be buying digital only games, you want to go with something high, like this one right here, a 200 gigabyte micro SD card, even though this one is a bit expensive, but it's currently on sale. Other than that, I would easily recommend 128 gigabytes. Now, this is the one I'm showing currently. The reason why is because this is a very good micro SD card that has a read-write speeds of 95 megabytes per second, or in this case, it has write speeds of 90 megabytes per second, and read speeds up to 95 megabytes per second, which means this is a super fast micro SD card, so you can boot up into the game. It won't take as long. And honestly, this is the one that I just kind of stick with. It's what I use with my cameras today, and I've never had any issues with them. So again, easily recommend if you're able to afford that right now. But again, you could always wait until there's a sale later on down the road. Now, another item, this is not something that you should get right away, even though it's probably going to be a little bit impossible regardless, is that eventually you would definitely like to get a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Yes, it's $70, so it's about $10, $20 more than what an Xbox One or a PS4 controller may cost you. But this is definitely worth getting, whether it's now or later on down the road. That is totally up to you. I have the Pro controller myself. I honestly like it. I keep switching back and forth between using the Joy-Cons and the Pro controller, but again, just later on down the road, doesn't have to be right now. It's worth picking up eventually when they become in stock. But those are pretty much all the items I would easily recommend. Like I said, the number one most important item is a screen protector, specifically this one that has a lot of great reviews and no issues. The second item, easily recommend right off the bat, even if you could only afford the 2 items, is this deluxe traveler case. Extra items beyond that is getting a really good micro SD cards. Again, I recommend read speeds of 95 megabytes per second for faster boot ups. And of course, later on down the road, eventually a Pro controller. Anyways, I hope you find this video helpful. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time.